Hi everybody. I'm in the middle of marking your coursework 1 at the moment, and I'm now enough of the way through that I'm able to make some general observations of how the class has been doing overall, and I wanted to share those with you. I'm going to follow the process that I'm following for your individual assignment feedback, so I'm going to give you a general trend of what has been done well, a general trend of what has not been done quite so well, and an observation of something that you might want to think about for other assignments. So generally, what has the class been doing well in the assignments that I've marked so far? Well, the thing that really stands out is your performance in section 1. What I've seen is generally a really narrow, focused and critical engagement with the literature, which I'm delighted to say, so well done with that. So unfortunately, we can't always get everything perfect, and there are some things that have jumped out to me that people have not done so well. And the main observation from the work that I've marked so far is that in section 2, although people may have had a narrow and critical discussion of their theories in section 1, they've not actually integrated those theories in section 2 to explain the case. So while they may have some good basis for that integration, when they get to section 2, it's not actually been explained how the two different theories fit together, and then the way in which those theories fit together has not then been used to explain the case. And what is often happening in people who have done it this way is that they have talked about their two theories from section 1, and then they've discussed those theories in relation to the case one after the other, but they've still not been overlapped. Now, there was a podcast that I produced on this that gave you some indication as to how theories might overlap and then how you would take those overlaps and find examples from the case. But it's clear that I think some people maybe either haven't listened to that podcast or fully grasped the idea of integrating the theories. And some people's assignments have had their marks reduced because of that. Finally, some general advice. Now, every item of feedback that I give will include a final point on things that you might want to think about that could be applied to your other work more generally that should help you based on the observations I've made in marking your assignment here. And the real standout thing that I've noticed from everything that I've marked so far, even the good assignments, even the assignments that are getting very good marks, is that there is an issue with editing. And I don't know if it's an underappreciation of just how much time needs to be committed to editing to make an essay really work well and read in a flowing way. But the extent to which many of the submissions could have been cut down and tightened and made more leaner and really making the message more punchy was considerable. And I've got this phrase for you here that is a reminder, and it's something that I've included in quite a lot of the feedback that I've generated so far, and that is that something isn't ready when there's nothing left to add. Something is ready when there's nothing left to take away. And the idea there is that you work on this and you refine it and you distill it down until your writing is really neat and concise and punchy. So these are just some of the general trends that have emerged in the work that I've marked so far. And remember, I haven't finished marking them, so this doesn't necessarily relate to your own work, but it is something that is consistently appearing across the work that I've marked so far. I've marked about a third of the class's work. But please do remember that I'm not marking you, I'm marking the work that you submitted. This is not a personal thing. And the criticism is there to try and help you improve, hopefully maybe even on some of the work that you're working on at the moment for submission in the coming weeks. So I wish you all the best with that, and I look forward to seeing you again in class.